Hi guys, welcome back to another daily tarot card. These are your daily tarot cards for Wednesday, November the 15th, 2023. Today we're pulling from the Dragon Tarot cards. So we're starting off with the Six of Pentacles. We actually have 666 here. It is not a bad number. It is seen as a number of abundance. Six of Pentacles, I feel like this is where financially, where you feel like, you know, obviously with everything going on, or maybe like myself where you had like an expense unexpectedly. You know, like, I have savings for that and everything like that, you know, but the thing is, it's just like, you know, I was like, yes, finally getting to a good place. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could see the shift. And then it's like, wah, wah. It's okay. It is what it is. I even said to the universe, I know that I have to pay for this. I know I have to take care of this. You know, I know you will bring, you know, more blessings in. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I literally got a reading, you know, for that time period. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, sit there and realize that, like, you know, money comes and goes. It's ebb and flow. You know what I mean? But it's just like how you keep moving forward, how you keep putting your energy forward, how you make that change. You know what I mean? So it's like, I know that, you know, I have to work for that to make up for that expense. And it's just, you know what I mean? It'll flow. It may not look like that right now. And I get it. It gets frustrating. It gets stressful. But it's just like, you know that you're working towards a goal. You know that this is a temporary situation. This is where we take, you know, accountability, I guess would be the best word to use, of what the situation is. So it's just like, yeah, there's lots of tricks or treats we want to buy right now. You know what I mean? Everything is like Black Friday sale and everything. But it's just like, okay, let's just wait. You know, there's still, you know, everybody knows. Like, I sat there, this table set that I'm using, I've obviously refaced it, whatever, but it was on sale. I wanted a different set, and I was just like, well, that's out of my budget. I'll go with the next set down. I kid you not, a week later, the set that I wanted ended up being the price of the one that I got, and the one that I got ended up being even more economically cheaper. I can use that word. I'm just not used to using that word because of work, but more economic that way. And I'm just like, damn it. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. It's just like, don't feel like you're missing out on, like, don't get, you know, FOMO, like, you know, I'm missing out or whatever. It's just like, you know, sit there and be like, okay, gotta be responsible, pay all this nonsense down, and then, you know, then I could, you know, take some money and spend, you know? I know I want a couple of things, so I'm saving for it. You know, I want a new space area rug in the living room. This is well lived on. You know, it's time to get a new one. You know, I want something that ties in the room more because it is full of skulls and dragons and da-da-da-da. So it's like, you know what I mean? Get something more, more us. More that speaks to the room than it is. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I know what I have to do. You know, and thank God in January I can work with the hours that I need to work. We have the Ace of Swords. I feel like what is coming is tied to your karma, and they've been mentioning this for so long. Karma, karma, karma. I feel like how you treat people, how you interact with people, it's like you could have chose this way, but you chose this way. Like, I recently went through a situation, and I'm just like, you know, I'm thankful because I learned the experience. Like, I have the experience. Because people come to me and they're in my shoes where they, you know, unfortunately had an untimely passing. And it's just like, how do you move forward? You know, because they feel guilty. And I'm like, I don't know what that feels like. I'm going to be 100% with you. I'm not going to pretend to feel something I don't know. So what I'm going to do, you know what I mean, is just guide you as best as I can. You know what I mean? But I can't speak on this experience. Now I can. I felt guilty as shit. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, because that love never ended. It wasn't like a bitter end. Like, I literally, you know, got his coffee that morning, got his backpack, wallet, cigarettes, make sure he had, you know, he had everything he needed, his keys, his phone, you know, at the front door, saw him off to work, make sure, you know, because with where we lived, everybody, it was a straight shot from the stop sign all the way to the end of our street. So I made sure, like, no one was gunning down the road when he was pulling out because I could see down the road. So I was just like, you're safe to go. And he would, you know, he knew that, and he was a very safe driver. So he knew he could pull out because I was his eyes, you know, because he's turning and he's looking one way and I'm looking where they dart down the road so that, you know, he's safely, you know, goes. So it's just like, you know what I mean? I don't have any regrets of how he, you know what I mean? He left us, he transformed physically knowing that he was loved. unconditionally. You know what I mean? So I have nothing to feel guilty about. Even though I felt guilty in the moment, it's just like, that's something I got to wrap my head around, being like, yeah, you know, it feels weird. It feels awkward because, you know, there was never closure there, you know? But it's just like, at the same time, it's almost been 7 years. Like, that situation ain't changing anytime soon. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, I'm free to move forward in the way that I see fit, you know? So one person I was talking to was like being very aggressive. And I'm just like, well, your timeline isn't the same as mine. And I'm not going to be made to feel pressured into a situation that I'm not ready for. Maybe you're better off, you know, talking to someone else. You know what I mean? Because we're not seeing eye to eye here, and I don't think we will. You know? So they don't owe me nothing. I don't owe them nothing. You know what I mean? They didn't even bat an eye. Okay. You know what I mean? That's just like, damn, put up a little fight, you know? Oh, okay. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, okay, I'll salute. Wish you the best. You know, because it's just like, it is what it is. I have the experience now. I know what to expect as I move forward. You know, maybe I won't even experience it ever again. Who knows? You know, I feel like with the Six of Cups, this could be tied to like a past life, you know, experience. This could be someone from your past coming back in, you know, and I feel like this is, again, the balance is going to be restored. I also feel like, you know, with the Six of Cups, it's just like, I feel like with both these cards, I feel like it's more of the charitable side where you have financial endeavors. This could be you giving emotionally, filling other people's cups. I love that they're all equal numbers. You know what I mean? And I feel, and especially with the moon card there, this Libra energy of balance, we're getting a lot of balancing here. So this could be highlighting someone already present in your life that is that water sign that does bring balance into your life emotionally. This could be someone new that will fill all of your wild, you know, they're saying filling all of your cups, and I feel like filling your wildest dreams. I definitely feel like the Seven of Cups. I feel like the two of you together will be able to accomplish a lot. You know what I mean? I'm straightforward of who I am, what, you know, how that totem pole goes. God first, Yahweh Yeshua first, children second, you know, fur baby third, you're fourth, I'm last, you know, but at the same time, I know who I am. I know what I bring in a relationship. You know, I'm not going to be made feel guilty or I'm missing out on an opportunity, you know, that this is so great. Like, how dare you? No, sorry. No. You know, even universe had a big old stop sign. Stop. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yep, this is it. So thank you. Asalu. Nice to meet you. Bye-bye. You know? I feel like that's where karma is tied into. How you treat people, how you're moving forward, what you put out into the universe, you know. I feel like this last retrograde will be that of the reckoning of your karma of this year. You know, how things will unfold. Electronics are electronics. Good gravy. You know, it is what it is. But it's like, don't, like we were talking about this before, don't let society be like, oh, you don't have any, or even your family, oh, you don't have anyone again. It's like, yeah, why would I want that? It's so much work. Like, my life is so full. This is adding more BS to it. And I'm just like, you're acting like a child right now. Like, oh, you don't do what I want, I'm going to have a tantrum. Go have a tantrum. Find someone else to coddle your tantrum, because they ain't me. It's like, you're playing with the wrong one. Go hand that ultimatum to someone else. You know what I'll do with that ultimatum? I'll do it to your head too. I'll squish it. You know? With the moon, I just feel like this energy building towards it. I always feel this energy towards the moon, but I feel like magical. I feel full. I feel, it's kind of like when like my girlfriend Stephanie attests to this. She was under that same full moon, and she lives 16 hours away from me. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I was just like, that was such a whimsical night. And she's like, right? I was like, the sky was so lit, and I've never seen the stars sparkle that way with a full moon like that. It was just like, wow. It was like the sun was out during the nighttime. It was just beautiful. It was just, oh my word. You know, I keep talking about this like green room I'm going to build when I get my own house, and it's just like I own it, and it's just like, you know, you can put your flowers in there during the winter months, and you can sit in there and just like look at the night sky and be toasty and warm, you know what I mean, without sitting outside of the cold. But I would still want to be outside and have a bonfire or something. I used to do that with my aunt, but you know, I just feel like this something like that light, you know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, you could sit there and I'll be like, oh, another failed whatever, but it's like, you know, at least I'm not repeating the definition of insanity, you know, because I would always be like, you know what I mean? Like, because you're trained, a lot of people that have gone through a long-term relationship, and then come out of the other end and are trying to, like, you know, see what that looks like now. It's like all the stuff they used to sit there and overlook is not there because they already had a long-term relationship. Maybe they already had kids, you know, and it's just like all the things that they would sweep under the carpet, or it's like, oh, you know, I'll heal them, I'll change them, or, you know what I mean? Or it's just bad behavior because they've been hurt so much. It's like, stop making excuses. You know, even the universe was like, no, don't, you know, and I'm just like, okay, you know, we're just talking. We're not, nothing more. We're just talking, you know, but that, I was just taken aback, like, you know, do this or else. I'm like, oh, bye, or else nothing. You can keep that ultimatum, like, or else what? I'm quite fine and dandy and my life is so full, you know, like, you know, I'm not some broken thing that you can manipulate, you know, and the fact that of the situation that was going on, I was like, damn, like, we just had a passing in the family and this is what you decide. I haven't heard from you in 24 hours, first of all, and then all of a sudden I hear from you and this is what I hear. It's like, bye-bye. No wonder the universe was like, hell no. I feel like as the sun comes in, this is success. I feel like your chapter of success. I feel like this is why enlightenment was here, to show you who you are, bravery, courage, strength, resilience. To show you what kind of person you are, what kind of partner you are. This is not an ego trip. This is just saying, like, you know, you don't have to deal with this. You don't have to sit there and you know what I mean? Because how many times have we stopped ourselves from being in a relationship we should have been in because we sat there and it's just like, well, they're better than being single. I'll overlook those things. I can change those things. You shouldn't have to change nobody. They should add to your life. You are who you are. I was straightforward. This is who I am. This is how I see my life. This is what I'm working towards. And all I got was, no, you're doing this. I'm like, no. You're not going to come in here and tell me what to do. You are not a dictator. You're not taking over a lease or something. Like, nope. You know, it's just, you know, Even with one of my girlfriends, she unfortunately is a widow as well. She's only been in the game for 4 years. And I only say that because it's like I'm 7 years, she's 4 years. So she's still feeling like how I felt 4 years ago, was where it's in those emotions, you know, when I was on my 4th year. You know, I was definitely still healing, a lot of healing taking place. So that's when I started to transform, where, you know, healing was becoming my full-time endeavor. You know, it was babysitting and healing and cards, you know. So it's just like, you know, things keep transforming for the better, for the better, for the better. You know, and we were both like, what a blessing that we have our children. Unconditional love. And that's why I say, like, this 9 of Cups, it may be already present around you. It could be your fur baby. It could be your kids. It could be, they're saying your pastor. It could be your, you know, your friends, whomever this is. But it's just, that's why I get that nostalgic feeling. But again, I feel like someone from the past is coming in, letting their feelings be known, and you know what I mean? Even if you know them for the past, still take your time. You don't need to rush into anything. There's no timer. Like, I definitely feel that way. I'm like, you know, not midlife crisis or anything like that, but it's just like, how am I going to accomplish these things? And then my girlfriend, who there's an age difference between us, is so inspiring, where she's just like, F age, you know, you still have, you know what I mean? Even my aunt that just transformed, it's like, the woman was sitting there picking blueberries at 75. She's sitting there, you know, running a business. She's sitting there doing the treadmill. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, that's who I inspired to be. You know what I mean? It's just like, you want to do something, go and do it, you know? Obviously, there's a certain time period in life, especially if you're children. It's, you know, that never ends. You know what I mean? But there are time periods where you have to dedicate yourself, because especially those ages where they're impressionable. The ages where it's like they need that extra guidance, you know what I mean? Where it's just like, you know, and I should have listened to my mom, because I don't know how many times I sat there and I'm like, I should have just listened to my mother. I heard my mom, I told you so, you know, and it's just like, if I would have listened to her, I would have avoided this whole situation, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I tell my kids, you know what's going to tick me off, you probably shouldn't be doing it, you know? So, That's what the biggest thing for me, biggest honor in my life is to be their mother, you know? To be there and guide them. Like me and my sister talk about that, to guide them in this time. Because yeah, we're impressionable, you know? And it's like, what you see in them, I'm proud of you because of this, this, and this. You're really good at that and that and that, you know, because these are the formative ages, you know, especially going towards college. It's like, you should go to school for this because you're really good at it, you know, if you want to. If there's something else driving you, I'm behind that as well. But you should definitely take that as a side thing, you know, so you have that experience because you're really good at that. I could definitely see you turning this into something lucrative because, like Judge Judy says, every day will be a play day because you love what you do. You know, that's how I see healing. You know, remember how Spirit was talking about that? You know, we're at the edge of being burnt out because the things that we love, we're not even doing because it's just like, because you're getting burnt out. You need to rest and rejuvenate, you know? So it's just like, you know, you need to move out. Some healing is taking place, obviously. Something needs time and healing, and you can move forward. I feel like with the Six of Swords, it's, you know, it's boundaries cutting, but I feel like, you know, when we're talking about the career, it's like, you know, this golden era because you're about to come into it. You appreciate what you have. I feel like that's the biggest thing, is we're appreciating the big and the small things in life. And I feel like that's where karma ties into here. Are you appreciative of when things come into your life? You know? How did you treat certain situations? With myself, it's like, you know, I always hear, you know, that passage from Yahweh Yeshua when, you know, in the Torah, what am I in, the book of James now or something? I'm almost done the Torah again. But it's just like, they're talking about that. If you only love those who love you, what is the point? You do things because that's how Yahweh and Yeshua have raised you. Hopefully by the grace of the, you know, the universe, divine creator, guide, and Mother Earth, whomever that voice is, that guiding force is in your life, they taught you, you know? We don't sit there and do things because we expect anything in return. We don't act certain ways because, you know, we expect it. Because that is the biggest mistake in life, is to sit there and treat people and expect them to treat you the same way. That is the biggest heartbreak, you know, for for me. And I remember, like, seeing that on Instagram. It's like, please don't let this be a lesson, you know? And I'm just like, damn, you know? But that's the thing. It teaches you your value. It teaches you that, you know, the devil comes in all shapes and forms and sizes, you know, in any situation, you know? Biggest mistake is ever to have an expectation of how someone's going to treat you, love you, respect you, whatever. It's like, they are showing you who they are. The universe is showing you who they are. And I feel like that's the big thing with this year of enlightenment, the number 7, 2023, you know, is sitting there and teaching us, like, your value, but also how connected you are to the divine. You ask for guidance, take that guidance. Don't question it. You know, when we ask for miracles and blessings and this and that, it's like, you know, when they share channel numbers, dreams, it's like they're giving you the advice that you are seeking. So the more you listen and trust it and follow their guidance, the more easily things will fall into your lap. The more easily, you know, especially if you get channel messages, channel images, you know, it's like they see that you're listening. You know, write those numbers down. What's the date? What's the time? What did the meeting mean? You could go back there and be like, I remember you said that. I don't remember what, you know, I don't remember exactly what date it was, but I remember you said something along those lines. You know, that's where you could get those great books at the dollar store. You know, they have a bunch of lined paper in them. It's like $1.50, maybe $2 now because of inflation, but it's like you can do that. They have these wonderful recycled binders where you can sit there and customize it and make it your own. I did that with my first one. And, you know, I write a passage, like all of a sudden when I get a new binder, I start a new binder, it's like this passage sticks out. So I write it in the binder. And I write the date that I started it, you know, and especially my very first binder where I wrote passages and, you know, watching TV shows that something really resonated. Like I was saying, like with Better Call Saul, it's just like the guy was like, I get a lot of, you know, I don't worry about it, because the way he treated Mike, you know, he was, the situation, he was selling him firearms. And he was like, don't worry about it. He's like, I don't want to be wasting your time. And Mike was, you know, like, you know, I don't want, you know, sorry for wasting your time. And he was going to give him some money. Guy's like, no, It's okay. I make my money from repeat business. And that's why I treat everybody that comes to me for a reading a certain way. You know, anyone that's gotten a reading, you know how I treat you, what I offer, da 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 da. You know, I always say I'm here as long as you need me. You know, I'm not as easy accessible anymore because, you know, obviously I have a full-time endeavor right now. So it's just like, you know, they know when I have a moment, I will get back to you. You know? So it's just like, you know, that's how it should be. You know, you treat them how you would want to be treated as a client coming to, I say tribe, I don't like the word client, as someone that is needing of guidance, you know, because I was there once upon a time. I just needed some ray of hope that everything's going to work out, even in this hurricane of a storm that I was in. Tornado, I would say hurricane, you know. It's just like a million pieces up in the air, you know. And that's what my girlfriend Stephanie said to me, and I wrote it down, and I told her that. I said it's still in my book to this day. That she's like, you have a million pieces all up in the air. She goes, but eventually they will land, and you'll be okay. You know, and that's all I needed. That's why I turned to Mass for Shut-ins, Tribal Trails, because they were giving those messages of hope. Things resonated with me, you know. So it's just like, you know, do those same things. What are they trying to tell you? What are they trying to bring you towards? You're not going to be in that situation forever. You know, it's temporary. That's why I feel like with this, especially the Six of Pentacles, you know, we have these expectations on us, you know, and that's the most worst thing you could ever happen, is that people expect, you know, anything around the holiday season. It's like, you know what? The fact that they're just there means everything. And I actually said that to someone. I'm like, that doesn't matter. What matters is that you're there. That, I don't care. I don't need anything. I want to buy anything, I can buy it myself. You know what I mean? It's not about that. It's that we're there. We're spending time with each other. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's just like they've always felt like home. You know what I mean? Like, anytime we would, I don't know, anywhere else, you always feel a certain way, you know? But anytime, even Shane said that. He's like, I don't have to worry. Even though he took pride in his appearance, you know, he always wanted to look fresh, you know what I mean? So he would sit there and he was like, but I could sit there and relax and let my guard down. I'm like, right? I'm like, that's how it should be. That I can relax, that you can sit there and like your kids are safe. Like, I would always keep an eye on them. Like, you know, they're on the not treadmill. They would go on the treadmill too, but the trampoline, they had like the kiddie pool, they had a swing set, they had what do you call that? The playhouse. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, you knew that you could, that they're good. You know what I mean? So it's just like, and they're with people they love, the people they trust the most. You know, their nephews, my nephews, their cousins. It's just like they, you know, it's just like that's home for them. You know, even Shane said that. He's just like, I could just sit there and woos out and not have to worry about nothing. I said, right? And he's just like, I do appreciate that. And I'm like, me too. Even when I was my children or surrogacy or anything, when my mom was there, it's just, that connection. It's just like, you know, you can just breathe a sigh of relief. Even like when she came there after, you know, 6 weeks of just the three of us, you know, trying to wrap your head around everything and get everything done you needed to get done in 6 weeks. You know, I knew it's just like, this is it. Today is the start of change. This is the start of everything, you know? So it's just like, you know, that's what should be important. Those people that you know you could just chill around, that your kids feel comfortable around, you know, or your partner, whomever, you know? But it's just like, don't let anyone mistreat you. You know, you are just as precious and loved and guided by everyone. Show the King of Pentacles, so concentrate on work. I'm just about to put this away. But Seven of Cups, see? That's what I'm talking about. Concentrate on your work endeavors. That's why I was saying creative. And it's just like you will see your manifestations. So this is a great time to do your vision board as well. I like putting music on and I get all my papers ready and, you know, putting the year up there. I got one of those cute little printers that you can buy. You see them all over Temu, and I got mine from eBay. You can buy the sticker refills so you can make stickers out of them. I just get the kids' Elmer's glue and just glue it on. It's not a big deal. And you could color them, and you know what I mean? I love I'm visual, so I like a visual appealing board. vision board for the year, you know? And it's just like sayings and everything that come out that really resonate with you. You know what I mean? So it's just like, do that, you know? I learned a Korean from BTS. Oh my gosh, dang, you know, where they're sitting there talking about their haters and stuff like that. But they're also saying like, you know, the hand that they would play in this game, and this is like the perfect hand you could get. You know what I mean? And they broke it down, how to play the game, and these are the hands that you want. You know what I mean? That means like you're a powerhouse. So I write those. You know what I mean? Because it really resonated with me. Asian culture has always resonated with me. So it's just like certain things that really resonate with you. Put it all on there. You know, I have things that faith is always number one, and then I build around that. You know, over here is what I want to bring in. Over here is like vacation. Over here is for me and the kids. This is what I want to bring in here and here and there and there. You know what I mean? It's just a smorgasbord of everything that we love. You know. So it's like put on music and sit there and get inspired, or you know what I mean? It's just anything and everything that you love and you want to bring into your life. You never know how things will unfold. You never know how things will turn around. You know, I sat there, I got sunny, and I'm like, how in the heck are we going to get, you know, how are we going to do this? You know what I mean? And the universe is like, no problem, here you go. You ask and you shall receive. Here's your answer. You know? My life is very full. That's why I'm just like, you know what? It's just like, I'm not complaining. I'd rather have it like this than have too much time to think. I don't have time to think at all. So it's just like, that's a good thing for me. I like routine. I like getting up and knowing what I'm going to do. That's why I, you know what I mean? It's just like, show me what to do. I can do it, just and leave me alone, you know? Unless I'm doing something wrong, then, you know, fine. I understand that. But, you know, I'm doing what you asked of me, and then some. That's what I like. Let me do my thing, you know? So get prepared for that. But I just feel like keep believing in yourself, you know? What is coming, you will just be astounded, you know? This golden era. I feel like a lot of us have just been dragged through the mud for so long, and it's just like, you know, it didn't stick. Because it wasn't meant to stick to you. Because you fought hard. You made the choices to battle forward. You'll see how they unfold. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Wednesday, November the 15th, 2023. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card. Bye.